Hello. I am a dum dum who is late to their own stream for good reasons. I had very nice dinner today. Uh, you can't just rush dinner, guys. I'm sorry. But like, I already moved at 30 minutes late and I still got late. I underestimated the time I would be eating that dinner. But anyways, hmm, we're doing this again, and I forgot to stretch the screen. You can see my background and how much of a Luxian simp I am. I apologize. Uh, I did not have the chance to check if this picks up from the demo. I think not. So we'll have to like skip a bunch of scenes that we already or like redo some of the scenes slash choices that we need to go for Serin's fruit. As I said in the tweet, we're going for Serin because that's what we went for in the last demo. I think it would be fitting uh if we continue off from there. And I should have checked the desktop audio because the last time we played this game it was too loud. So I'll put it down just a bit for good measure. Uh And if anyone is in the chat, please do let me know if it's a bit jank. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ooh, tonight is not as quiet as I thought it would be. There's some dogs barking, and I think someone is in the other room, mm, doing something. But yee, let's just fucking start. Actually, wait. Let's see. Load. Oh, oh, so it does continue off. Hey, it does continue off. Let's just. Okay, it continues off. That's good. Okay. Okay, let's continue off. Quick recap. We are about to get kidnapped, but we are smart enough and we have a bomb. So we're not getting kidnapped today. So. Yeah. Okay. Can I not? Okay, I can't skip it. Yike. Okay. Yet. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's just continue to follow them. That's what we did last run. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the item check is a bomb. I have a bomb this round. And they can't shank me. We have a bomb. Uh this way, please, Master Rosenkreutz. We're going through the garden. That's so. I am very conscious of the proximity of the other guards, who were once trailing a respectful distance behind me, but are now crowding uncomfortably close. As I step out of the hallway, I wait. Let me put down the desktop audio a bit more. I am. Sheesh. Okay, there we go. As I step out of the hallway, I hear a chilling sound of steel rasping out of its scabbard. My escort suddenly lunges toward me, hands outstretched, the first syllables of a spell on his lips. Praying to God I actually speak English properly this stream. I was fumbling so much on the test stream. There's no time to lose. I dip my hand into my pocket, my fingers closing around the shape of an explosive dart. Why am I still reading this? I thought we were skipping. Yeah, okay, yeah, boom. I'm sorry. Okay, shing. Kaboom. Kaboom. The sound engineering in this is so nice. You rarely see that in indie visual novels. Not that's not saying that it's bad. It's just like, indie productions have limited budgets, and they'd rather focus it on more noticeable things like visuals. No, but like, I love it when the sound engineering is chef's kiss. Okay, half of my attackers are dead. Literally blown into bits, along with the wall and most of the floor they were standing on. As for the other half, they are still behind me, and boom. Oh god. Hey, 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 I have to capture at least one assassin alive because we are smart. We think and keep myself alive too, of course. Yes, of course, the most important thing of all. Yeah, we go to Garyon and then we knock, 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 and then doesn't believe us at first. Yada yada. He. Okay, get the fucking bodyguards from the princess, plural. I hope I don't sound sick, because I am still slightly sick. Mm-hmm. Yes, you shall do as I advise, Garion. Also, I'm not as caffeinated, so I might be a bit down on the energy compared to the witch's house stream yesterday. And this is a visual novel, so I do hope I'm not doing any screaming, because that shit hurt my throat, guys. Oh my god. Yes, I will craft the paralyzer. Yeah. Okay, let's get up to speed. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I keep getting distracted, guys. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, we trap them, guys. Yay. Kind of missing. I'm kind of missing Nazir's presence in this, because like, if you don't have the bomb, he shows up instead, and then he whooshes the magic. Take that. The sounds. Oh, I need to figure out why is it loud on my side and not so loud on the other side. Gosh, I think it's my audio routing, but like, this should be fine. I'm not going deaf. Uh, Claude, gag it, and then yeah, sorry, you're not allowed to die. The spellcaster gives no sign of having heard me. Instead, he makes that croaking sound again. I'd never have thought a Rosenkreutz putting magic chains on someone else. My heart freezes. Does he know about it? The petal markings on my neck, which have been hurting me the entire night, are now exquisitely painful. So burningly agonizing I find it hard to breathe, let alone think. He sticks out his tongue, teeth shining white. Quick! I forgot the voices I was meant to do for this. I was doing voices last stream. Garen stuffs the gag in just in time. The spellcaster's throat spasms wildly as he fights to spit that clot out. Garion further winds another clot bed around the spellcaster's mouth, securing the gag inside fully. He grunts and looks over his handiwork with the knowing eye of a master craftsman. And I bonked my table. Oops, I'm sorry about that. Not bad. That just stopped him from getting up to mischief. Also, I love the dialogue writing in this game. I suck at dialogue writing. It's like one of the aspects of writing in the script I'm really struggling about right now. And like even having beta readers point out it's my dialogue is a bit jank. I'm seriously considering finding someone who can be an editor, but that's a story for another day. Mm. He nods at the guard standing behind the assassin, who steps up and smashes his pommel hard into the spellcaster's head. The spellcaster ceases struggling and grows limp, swooning into a dead faint. Yeah, yeah. This is where the demo ended, and I fucking find my. I'm not feeling so well. Oh, that sound. I sound like I splatted into the fucking floor. Oh, that's some nice art. Ah, there we go. Once upon a time, when the powers of magic had yet to be explored, and the usage of alchemy was all but foreign, legend claims the world has been ruled by demons. Oh, we get some world building in here. Cool, cool, cool. Grotesque monsters that breathed fire across wooden landscapes, winged creatures that called upon storms in a heartbeat. This beasts terror. These beasts terrorized the lands, devouring its people and destroying everything in their wake. Its people. No matter what warriors humanity sent forth, the demons could not be defeated, for no weapon could penetrate their skins and no armor could resist their claws. Hmm. Even the magicians, mankind's strongest hope, stood no chance, for their magic were a fraction of the demons' might. Demons, demons. Amidst the suffering rose a group of individuals, thereafter acknowledged as the world's first alchemists, for they created the homunculus. Homunculi were magical beings shaped from the earth and water, graced with powers equal that of demons, yet donning the appearance of man. Oh, so demons look different from men. Okay. With a temperament as oh god, here we go again. With a temperament as serene as their beautiful silver hair, and magic as deniably elegant as it was deadly, the homunculi defeated the demons and freed humanity from the reign of terror. Cool. But before the humans rejoiced, the homunculi. Ooh, spicy. Let's go. But before the humans could rejoice, the homunculi turned their might against them. Ah, it's always the closest to. The weak fear the strong harbor greed. The homunculi saw no opponents to their strength. It began to conquer human armies and rule over the people. But, hmm, yeah. While the homunculi captivated their eyes with the, ugh. While the homunculi captivated the eyes with their immortal beauty, their pride would end up shutting many forever, as the methods they employed to torture the ones who slighted them were cruel and often resulted in death. That's what torture does. I, mm. For even at the smallest offense, they bound their victims on the cross. Wow, Jesus treatment. Killing them, staining the wood with dark blood. Humanity would come to humanity would come to give those homunculi the name of oh lore. That's cool. Humanity would come. I don't know why it didn't set off the bells in my head when it said silver hair. I'm just like, yeah, silver hair. I was thinking of Sala. I forgot we also had silver hair. Cool, cool, cool. Humanity would come to give those homunculi the name of Rosenkreuz. Oh, that's why cross. Cool. Rose cross. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my German still works somewhere there in this brain of mine. Still, there existed hope. In a world where everything is neither black nor white, just as there is no being purely good or evil, there were some Rosenkreuz tired of the endless wars and incessant fighting. These Rosenkreuz took pity on the humans and made a deal with the world's first alchemists. They shall defeat the homunculi's tyrannical rampage and place a magic restraint on each of them. So there will never come a time when the Rosencreutz will abuse their magical capabilities again. Oh, that's why we have that. Yeah, okay, 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 okay. Get it, get it. That's why we have the rose pattern on our necks, and the and that dude made that comment. But in exchange for this, the alchemists have to vow to protect each and every Rosencreutz from the vengeance demanded by humanity for all time. Although that's why our reputation is like mixed. It's like received mixed, especially in the noble court. Aight. The oath was spoken, the magic was cast, placing magic petals on each of their necks, destined to flare and burn away their life force each time a Rosencreutz uses their power. Ooh. The homunculi's natural connection to the magic stream was severed. The Rosencreutz now aged and passed like the rest of humankind, overthrown from their immortal rule. True to their words, the alchemists and many magicians united to protect the Rosencreutz from public vengeance. The magic curse around their necks kept a secret ever since. Oh, so only a few really know. That's why MC's reaction is like that as well. Okay. The era of peace finally came. Yay. That's a nice info dump. Hmm. Father dabbed the handkerchief into warm water before wiping away the sweat of my forehead as he finished telling the last of his story. The candlelight flickered nervously in the dark room, almost to the rhythm of the wind outside of the windows. "What kind of spell did you cast today?" he asked in a he asked in a low, somber voice. "A levitation spell," I replied. "Oh, and what did you try to levitate?" I gave a low mumble, retreating under the warm blanket while staring at him with big eyes, in fear that he might scold me. What did I lift? He was always lenient towards Antonia and the others, but often scolded me for being a mischievous child. For a long time he said nothing, and I eventually gave in. Okay, I read that first. Okay. Tobermory, that naughty cat stole my and Antonia's dessert. He complained in a high voice. We chased him into the garden, but he climbed up to a big tree. So we did too, but the branch broke, and Antonia was terrified. So I cast the spell in panic. Oh, I thought you levitated the goddamn cat. Oh God. Uh huh. I expected father to be angry, but he only chuckled. The corners of his mouth lifted as his eyes turned into crescent shapes. He had warm disposition, but due to father's natural thick eyebrows and usual stern look, I knew most children found him scary. "Casting the levitation spell, even though you're only 5 years old," father exclaims with pride. "As expected of my child, ye. You're not angry?" This was Tobermory's fault. Father shook his head. But Cal, oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, my name. He smiled as he sat down on the bed, gently wrapping his fingers around my hand. "Levitating yourself and others is too great of a burden. At most, your magic can only carry your own weight." "Is it because of that oath?" I pursed my lips into a big pout. "That's right. You fainted because you overdid it. Cal, if you overuse your magic, the petal markings will choke you to death." Ay, yeah, okay. With my brows furrowed, I closed my eyes, filled with stubbornness. That vow is no different from a curse. Couldn't they have done something aside from placing a collar onto themselves? I called it a collar, but it feels more like a noose. "Oh, what should I have done?" Father's voice was full of curiosity and amusement. "I don't know. They could have just promised to never do bad anything again." "Anything bad again? What?" Father laughed loudly while lifting his hand, smoothing out the crease between my brows. "Cal, good and evil is nothing but a person's perspective. Such an oath is full of loopholes and would never work." "But father, even though we can use all six branches of magic, our own capacities are so much lower than that of an average person. Every magician at your workplace can call upon titles and storms. We can't. Plus, we have to hide the meaning of the petal markings from outsiders, or it might bring destruction upon our clan. It's so unfair." "Perhaps," he nodded. And then again, an oath is nothing more than a magic spell cast by a mage. There is no guarantee that cannot be broken. Foreshadowing? hmm Okay. However, Cal, if a day ever comes when you find a way to break this spell, I hope you can remember why our ancestors made that promise in the first place. Mhm. They exchanged their unlimited source of power for peace. Even if there may be many occasions you will find the restrictions around your neck to be a bother, the fact that it's the price we gave in order to spend these restful days chasing cats and falling out of trees is something you can be proud of as a Rosenkreuz. Oh, I like that. Yeah, the dialogue is so good, man. Master Rosenkreuz. Or. Oi, Master Rosenkreuz. Hold on. I can feel a cough coming. I wake with a gasp. I'm lying in bed in my room. Judging by the bright sunshine streaming from the window, it should be about midday. That means I had slept the morning away. How? Okay, no. I was about to say, how do people know what fucking time of the day it is with the sun? And I remember I also do that. I look at like the number of sunlight that passes through the window panels, and I do an estimate of time based on that. It does work. It's like a weird sundial, but it only works in this one room that I've lived in my whole life. Otherwise, it's just like weird sunlight magic going on outside the window. Anyway, moving on. Unconsciously, my hand moves to brush the pale markings on my neck. The skin is sensitive to the touch, but they no longer burn with that searing agony that had overcome me the last night's battle with the assassins. I let my head, I let my head fall into my palms. A dull ache throbs between my temples, which is hot to the touch. A fever now would be fiendishly inconvenient. Yeah. Master Rosenkreuz. Yeah, Sala. Oh, hey, my coat is gone. Her small form slips forward to stand in front of me. I gaze at the homunculus in a mixture of surprise and relief. I didn't notice you're here. Wait, hold on. I have a theory. What if she's Rosenkreuz? We wouldn't know she's like wearing the thing. Also, it's implied that she's older than she looks. I bet. I didn't notice you were here. I have been guarding you all this time while you slept, Master Rosenkreuz. Their highnesses were most concerned with your safety in these uncertain times. The princess! How are they, Sala? She breaks into one of her rare smiles. They are well, as are Garion and his men. My phone closed. I need to see how the stream is going. I my Wi-Fi gone. Mm-hmm. Uh, give me a moment. I'll just hold on. I just need to close the screen. Cause ugh, that is a tricycle. Give me 5 seconds, depending on how Chrome wants to cooperate. It is. It does not want to cooperate. Cooperate, homie. Oh yeah. Come on now. I just need to restart the Wi-Fi. I can't see anything on my phone. hmm Okay, it is back. Let me go back to the screen. Okay. Ah, we are back. The malefactors inflicted next to no casualties on us last night. Thanks to you. My apologies, Master Rosenkreuz. I and Raphael were both planned to be absent from the castle last night, and I couldn't aid you in your times of need. Oh, that's fine. Is this a mere coincidence? No matter, Salah. Where are the princes now? They are in the dungeon. The dungeon? What on earth are they doing there? You should be resting, Master Rosencreutz. Please do not exert yourself. It's that assassin, isn't it? The one we captured. They're interrogating him. You mustn't stress or worry. Me? Me? Stress? They started without me. Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed too. Bro, I caught that criminal. I should be there. Sala sighs. Would it do any good, Master Rosencreutz, for me to tell you that they ought to lie back down? That you ought to lie back down on bed. Clear your mind of stressful thoughts and adhere to a strict regimen of recuperation for the rest of today? I had managed to put on most of my court attire by the time Salah. Wow, I dress fast. Wow, that's not true. I don't dress fast. I can never get this knot to go through properly. Help me with it, won't you, Salah? There. How far have they gotten? Do you know? Oh, but I suppose if you've been here all the while. The interrogation hasn't begun yet. But I thought you said. I merely advised you where the princes are. Now her smile has just the faintest trace of impishness on it. For the sake of your peace of mind, their highnesses and Garion agreed not to initiate the process of interrogation the prisoner without you. Ah, that's nice of them. However, they do wish to keep a close eye on him to make sure nothing untoward happens to him in captivity. Very sensible. I do not suppose there is anything I can say to convince you to return to your bed? I shake my head, returning her smile. In that case, please allow me to escort you to the dungeon, Master Rosencreutz. Thank you kindly, Sala. It is weird. Sala means like living room in in Filipino, and I'm just like, it passes by my mind every once in a while. But it's a name it's a nice name out of that context. I like it. In a much happier state of mind, I followed Sala out of my room, down the staircase, and in the direction of the palace dungeon. Clapped him? Clapped him in irons. Clapped like the cheeks. I can't read that stupid verb without the word cheeks following it right after. It's just not the same. It's either clap the hands or like the cheeks. Oh, who's talking? Oh, him. It's good that he can't bite off his own tongue. Tongue. On the other hand, I do say, Aurelius, don't give him any ideas. I can hear the sound of princes arguing even before I stepped into the dungeon. Oh, that's a nice background. That's one thing I can't achieve. I'm still working on my background skills, but that's such atmospheric. By the time I have made my way down to the last flight of stairs, I can distinguish the words being spoken. Ooh, he's spoken bold. Enough, or shouted. It's rare to hear Serin raise his voice, although it's certainly not the first time I encountered his firm attitude. Aurelius makes an excellent point. As we waste time, the assassin may come up with more. Oh, I need to stop adding H's. Tricks. Well, I don't mean to be anxious, but we should check on our dear Cal. Oh, how sweet of you, Nazir. Better than regretting it later. I'll send one of my men at once. I'm right here. No need. The prison is silent the moment I speak up. I nod at the pair of the saluting guards as I stroll to. As I stroll, I need water. Holy shit! This started to look like the first stream. Mm-hmm. Ooh. I nod at the pair of saluting guards as I stroll into the main cell of the dungeon, where, according to Sala, the captured assassin is held. Manacles on the wrist and ankles. Good. Haggard and dazed. That means the paralyzer has not yet entirely worn off. Even better. Mouth, however, not gagged. Hardly ideal. It requires immediate rectification. I hold up the strip of cloth I had requisitioned from a linen maid. Oh my goodness! From a linen laden maid. No, linen laid. Oh my god, linen laden maid from the palace housekeeping. God, that sent me on a trip. What the fuck? I've been devoting a considerable I've been devoting a considerable amount of time the past few weeks planning what to do if an assassin were to capture. If I were to what to do with an assassin if I were to capture one. Oh my god, what is wrong with me today? Master Rosenkreutz, you're quite well, thanks. And how are you? Trying hard not to smirk in stunned silence, I walked over to the prisoner, forced open his mouth, and shoved the makeshift hag in. Oh god, girl boss behavior. Let's go. Then I tie another length of cloth around his mouth, binding the gag firmly in. Wait, how are we gonna interrogate him if his mouth is like gagged? A temporary solution. We'll have to watch he doesn't try to suffocate himself by swallowing the gag. At the moment, the half comatose assassin groans audibly. He slides back up the wall, his head swerving left and right, almost as though he's trying to refuse something or someone. Oh, not again. What's happening? We don't know. It seems that it seems once or twice every hour he would be seized by a fit of agitation, which passes as quickly as it comes. Wait, hold on. Let me try to fix where my mic is, cause like I think it's currently my mic is like in front of me, so it makes reading hard properly. My eyes are just crossing with the the pop filter. Do let me know if it's like too far away because I put it a bit farther so I can see the goddamn screen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's fine. Just a bit farther. Ow. Okay. Maybe we ought to remove the gag. Perhaps he is trying to tell us something. I won't advise it. Nothing worth hearing. The princes are right. During these fits, the prisoner talks pure gibberish at considerable volume and length. Our attempts to interrogate him had been uniformly fruitless. They only seemed to aggravate the severity of these attacks, which are getting more severe in any case. At this rate, I doubt the prisoner has long before he ruptures a blood vessel in his head. Have you tried questioning him in between the seizures? We did, but he never made any. But he never made any reply. Is that the after effect of the paralyzer? No, he understands questions we put to him. You can tell from his eyes, but he refuses to cooperate. It's hard to do the edgy voice. It was easier to do when I was sick. I don't know. My vocal range just drops an octave whenever I'm sick, but like I'm considerably better and it's considerably harder to do now. Ugh. I was advocating the use of more enhanced interrogation techniques, but the princess, Carrion, we need to keep him alive at almost any cost. That means no sharp or potentially lethal instruments in his proximity with which he could commit suicide. I love a smart person. I love you. Mwah. Or be forced to commit suicide. What do you mean? Oh, as a suicide technique? Okay, I get it. I was like, huh? Okay. Mm-hmm. Wait. Mm-hmm. Okay, the stream is still up. Mm-hmm. I still say we rough him up a little. We can't afford to take the risk. Oh no, am I gonna have to like choice? Not even a little? No. Have it your way. I'm surprised this Nazir who's like want to rough him up a bit. Meanwhile, Aurelius in the first part of the game is literally just like, come here for tea, and then throws me a fucking sword and just like on guard. And I'm like, whoa. Huh. Yeah. If I may get a word in. The bickering, to my surprise, stops immediately. Everyone turns to look at me. The usual remedy to disobedient prisoners is, I believe, the truth serum. I cannot speak English. Oh my god. Will it work? We had considered the truth serum, but we thought the mastermind's domination of the prisoner will block the effect of the serum. You're right. The standard truth serum does no good in a mind control case. But there is a special variant of the serum, tailored to override the effects of mental domination on the subject. Wonderfully convenient. Be a dear and make one at once. Oh, ugh. I'd like to. Unfortunately, the process of its manufacture is somewhat involved. First, I must learn as much as possible about the mind controlling spell. Only then will I be able to come up with an appropriate formula to counter it. See, this is where it gets out of my hand. I'm bad with formulas. You go, MC. How long will it take? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks minimum. Mm. We stare at the prisoner. His fit has passed while we were talking, and he is panting heavily. Beads of sweat mingled with blood rolled from his temples down to his chin. His face is bloated and very red. Where did the blood come from? Are you biting yourself? Oh my god, yeah. Wait, I feel a cough coming, but it won't come out. Okay. I had no idea it would be so difficult to stop a man from ending his own life, if he is so determined. Even if we somehow manage to keep an eye on him at every single instant, we'll have to force feed him to stop him from starving. True. He won't last 2 weeks anyway. Oh, hey. Hi, baby. My cat said hi. Hi, chat. Say hi to my cat. She's literally like inches away from the pop filter. Hey, please don't bite me. Have you had dinner? I put dinner in your plate. Come. Where are you going? Oh, you're so heavy. Okay. He doesn't look like he'll last 2 hours. There is a way to secure his physical cooperation, okay? MC, why didn't you say earlier? I briefly hesitate, wondering how to make a point without stirring any suspicions about the Rosencreutz widely known but little understood gift. Are you perhaps referring to the Judgment Ring? You've heard of it? I have not heard of it. I have read some of its use in historical works. We love a well-read man. I okay. I'm sorry, Aurelius, you're getting cancelled. I'm fully getting into Serin. Oh, hi. Sorry, I just saw the chat late. Hi, Taku. What am I, cat? I mean, yeah, sure. I'm a cat boy. Yeah. Hello. Oh, we are simping. Hmm. But I had the impression that a judgment ring is enormously difficult to create, and the recipe is a globally I can't read today. I swear I'm not this stupid when reading. I think I'm just nervous because I'm streaming, but like we'll get used to it. We'll get used to it. And the recipe is a closely guarded council secret. You should have seen me earlier. I was struggling to read uh something laden maiden. It's like they purposefully put it there to trip me up. Yeah, that's right. The Judgment Ring is an artifact that requires not only a sophisticated mastery of alchemy, but also a great deal of primal magic to craft. The difficulty and expense associated with it makes making with making it ensures its extreme rarity. Aw, thank you. I think I'm doing great as well. I just meme myself a lot. The Judgment Ring is used almost exclusively by the elite members of the Council's garrison to apprehend the most notorious and dangerous criminals of the continent. Ooh, I like how they're setting up the gravity of that. The amount of magic needed to craft the ring exceeds by far the limit that I or any member of the Rosencreutz clan can safely use. Oh yeah, because we have that thingamajig on our neck. Indeed, it exceeds the magical capabilities of most mages in Eskia. And who the fuck can make it? Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, we haven't been doing a bunch of teaching recently and more of like escaping assassins, so that slipped my mind. Thankfully, three of the most talented Eskian mages are here in the dungeon with me. So it is, but I am an alchemist of the High Council, and I know how it is made. So can you make it? Well, I need to get the princess to make the judgment ring for me. Yeah. But how can I do so without arousing their suspicion about the secret Achilles heel of the Rosencreuds? Oh my god. Uh I had a feeling this was gonna happen. Uh Hee hee. Thank God is made in Renpi. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. So here's my thoughts, okay? Well, pretend to be still exhausted or tell the princess this is an opportunity to learn. Both make sense. This one is because we're the tutor. Oh my god, the music is making me tense up. Holy fuck. Tell the princess this is an opportunity to learn would make sense in the concept, in the context that we're their tutor. But one of these bitches can counter, especially him, that like we're the tutor. We're supposed to be like all knowing and like quote unquote more powerful than them. So why don't we just do it? And we're like a Rosencreutz, right? Since like we can control all six elements, why not just us? So I think this is the way to go, because this would make the most sense. Even though I am a Rosencreutz and we can do a bunch of magical bullshit, we are tired and there's no going around that. Please be this one. True, a good lie must be as close to the truth as possible. I do know how to make it. I don't even remember I had enough charisma to pull that off. Imagine if we did not. That would be fucking hilarious. I swallow and sway ever so slightly, as though the very thought of crafting a judgment ring is threatening to overcome me where I stand. If only. I let my voice trail off wistfully and gaze into the distance, forcing my lips to curl into a small smile. I say, in a brave but tremulous voice, I am an alchemist of the High Council and royal tutor of this kingdom. It is my duty to make the judgment ring, and Rosencreutz never shirks from their duty. Ah, yes. We are doing this. The expected clamor of protest burst from the audience. Yeah, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Oh god, MC Big Brain. Are you quite certain, my dear fellow? You look what is that word? You look deucedly tired and look like you could use a rest. Yes, it is working. Duty is one thing, foolhardiness is another. You do no one any favors by straining yourself overmuch. I feel like this is a call out to me right now. Can you not? All of a sudden, a personal call out. Hello. My brother is right. You aren't in any shape to create anything as demanding as a judgment ring. He he he. Oh, he's joining in. The princes are right. You should be sleeping, not undertaking works of high alchemy. But we still need a way to deal with the prisoner. You'll let me overrule you this once, won't you? My brothers and I will be able to create the artifact if you guide us. Let's go! Yeah. The prince's firm attitude and genuine concern makes me feel almost sorry for tricking them. But like MC, we are going to die if we do that. Bro, we just like passed out the night before. Can you not? I say as I probably would have I've done that a lot. Just passed out and like wake up the next day as if nothing happened, and then I proceeded to pass out again on the day of the finals. Causing me to miss like three of the hardest subjects you can take at a finals, and I had to like wait 2 weeks because it was right after finals. It was like winter break. Oh my goodness. Okay. However, I feel extremely reassured knowing everyone will to be on my side. Aiming a thought of gratitude at them, I nod while giving them a weak smile. Your Highnesses, Garion, you have my thanks. Ooh, goodness. In the meantime, not me. In the meantime, I assume we also mustn't neglect assembling the ingredients needed for making that special truth serum of yours. Right. The potency of the judgment ring degrades over time, and and faster the stronger the target it is used on. Aye. Okay. I love the world building in this one. It's so interesting the way they build it. I'm a nerd. I'm sorry. For this assassin, reinforced as he is by a mysterious mind controlling mastermind, I reckon 2 weeks and no more at the maximum. That means we'll have to press on at full speed with the truth serum and have it at hand within a fortnight. I need to cram the books as much as possible to ensure I make it in time. Give me the ingredient list, and I'll have my quartermasters scour their stores at once. That's a mouthful. Much obliged, my lord marshal. Now that we all know what we need to do, let's get on with doing them, shall we? Let me drink water. Ooga. Oh no, not this again. I need to remember how to balance the stats. Mm. Okay, so you see, in the test stream, I knew which stats to balance because I've had a run before. Now, from here on, we're going on blind. So, mm, I'm not entirely sure which stats we're going to focus on. Let's see. Oh my goodness, what is this? Five? Yeah, I think this is to go for if you want for Nazir's route, but I'm still not entirely sure which stats favor Serin's route. I know it's not beauty, but I've had some choices with charisma in it. Mm, combat and intelligence are for like general stuff, so I tend to like balance the balance as I say as it's 25 to 47. So we can skip the intelligence. Mm, we can leave the etiquette at that. Maybe we can bring the leadership a bit. Leadership and combat. Okay. Wait, no, fuck. Uh huh. That's their element. I'm not touching it. This is their element. Just for me, I suppose. Wait, what's the stat again? I already forgot. Okay, so we remove the intelligence, favorite for combat, and then add leadership. Mm-hmm. Okay, leadership is already there. Bam, and then let's put combat. Just in case we need to fight someone again. Hee hee. Okay. Oh, he. Sheesh! 2-6. Cool. I don't know if that's RNG or if it's like specified to which week it will give you numbers. Hmm. I woke up this morning with exhaustion weighing on me, as though I've failed to get a wink of sleep last night. Mode. Unfortunately, I know the cause of my weariness is purely mental rather than physical, and not quite easy to be cured. Bro, you have magic. What can't you do? It has been a week since I've started the preparations of the truth serum for the assassin we've captured, and a week of minimal success despite my best attempts. The task proves to be much more challenging than I expected, and it appears to require a deeper understanding of mind controlling magic, which is precisely what I lack. I can read. God, it's just that I haven't read things out loud in a while, even in like classroom settings. So it's like actually more than the years I've been in quarantine. Hmm. Strange. I used to be so good at this. That's why I chose visual novels because like I was confident in my reading skills and then flop. I've scoured the library for books that may be of help, but I come away empty-handed. At this stage, I'm at a loss to proceed further. I reach for the cup of tea. Yes, let's go. Tea solves all of your problems. I reach for the cup of tea resting at the end of the table, taking a sip. The familiar taste lingering on my tongue as the warm liquid slides down my throat. Soothes my fraying nerves slightly, but a sigh still leaves my mouth when the worrying thoughts continue to dominate my mind. Pardon me, Master Rosenkreutz. Has the tea gone cold? Oh, don't you worry your silly little head over that. I drink any temperature of tea. Though, yes, hot tea is preferred unless I'm specifically looking for iced tea. I blink, taking a moment to realize that Raphael must have caught me sighing into the cup and assume I was displeased. No, not at all. The tea is wonderful as usual, and I certainly didn't mean to be unappreciative of your excellent brewing skills. He smiles, but the concern doesn't fade from his eyes. I'm glad you're pleased with the tea, although, frankly put, is there anything that I could possibly help with? I doubt Raphael can hand with this matter. Yeah, me too. But perhaps fueled by relief to be able to share the burden with someone else. Yeah, I think talking to someone would like help, because that works for me. I always forget it works for me. I tend to bottle a lot of shit, even at the smallest things. I'm like, why don't you just talk about it? I find myself briefly explaining to him the problem I've been struggling with. About the mind controlling magic used to restrain the captured assassin. It should be accurate to say the mastermind is clearly wielding a power entirely different from the norm. He should be what we're calling a deviant. Sadly, deviant magic users are very rare, even more than the Rosencreutz. The High Council has them, but none of their abilities are similar to mind controlling. Lore, lore, lore. I love it. His brows draw together as he ponders over my words. I'm sorry. I wish I knew more about this kind of magic. Please worry not. I appreciate your concern and willingness to listen. He nods, but the crease between his eyebrows remain. On second thought, while I may not be of any assistance to you, I can think of two people. Who might they be? We know who we're going for. I choked. Wait, I choked on my burp. Ew. I'm sorry. Prince Serin and Harris, Master Rosenkreutz. I like the name Rosenkreutz. I like German names actually. It comes with learning German. While neither of them know mind controlling magic, they are users of light magic, which is also connected to the mind. Lore, let's go. Perhaps they will have some insight to offer you on this topic. That's a brilliant idea. That's a pun. It's a light. I'm ashamed that I didn't think of this before. Thank you, Raphael. A delighted grin spreads across my face, and Raphael returns my smile. It was my pleasure. Eager to give this a try, I make sure I'm presentable as quickly as I can manage and head out of my room. Oh, I'm so pretty. God. Acutely aware of my limited time I have before the lesson with the princess. I can only seek out either Serin or Harris. I must make a choice between the two. Who should I try to speak to? Starting this run, we're saving every choice we can get. And we all know where we're going for. We're going for Serin. Hee hee. Perhaps Serin will have a good insight. He has displayed an impressive aptitude for light magic after all. Remembering Serin's fondness for the library, I make my way there in haste. Luck appears to be on my side today, and I spot his figure in the room, half hidden behind a massive bookshelf. Honestly, mood. If we had like a public library, oh shucks, we do have a public library, but it's closed ever since the thing. I would just I would just stay there the whole day. mm, mm, yeah. He senses my approaching, and as I draw closer, he steps out from behind the yeah. He steps out from behind the shelf. His eyes meet mine, and the corners of his lip tug upward. Aw. Good morning, Your Highness. Good morning, Master Rosenkreutz. It's certainly a pleasant surprise to see you here at this time of day. Is there any particular book you're looking for? You sound like you're a librarian, my dude. Actually, I was looking for you. Looking for me? His eyes widen a little before darting away from me. Oh. Blushy boy. It could be just my imagination, but I could swear I see an almost unnoticeable flush rise to his cheeks. I see. How may I be of service? If you may recall, I'm trying to concoct a truth serum to be used on an imprisoned assassin. Assassin. Serin's face grows solemn, and he gives a curt nod of the head as a glint of concern enters his eyes. Don't worry, I'm here for you too. Don't worry. Yes, there is a motorcycle outside my door. Ah, yes. Have you encountered any troubles? Unfortunately, I've been racking my brain for a solution, but to no avail. The truth serum must be able to break through the mind controlling magic long enough for us to retrieve answers from the assassin, but this is where I've been struggling. I'm afraid I simply don't know enough about mind controlling magic to perform this task. A frown, a frown graces Seren's forehead, his lips pressing together in a thin line. I see. If I'm not mistaken, rather than a simple mind controlling spell, it should be the work of a deviant magic user, is it not? Right on the money, boy! Correct. There is indeed a great lack of recorded information about the ins and outs of deviant magic. It sounds like a considerable challenge. Indeed. Thus, I am hoping you could impart some wisdom on the subject. I would be most willing to share any of knowledge of deviant magic I have with you, but I must admit it isn't much. Not necessarily deviant magic, Your Highness. I'm thinking of your light magic. It is Raphael who reminded me of the slight similarity between light and this kind of deviant magic. Of course, the elements are vastly different, yet they're both somewhat connected to the mind. Perhaps you might have an insight on how the deviant magic controls the assassin's will? I stare at Serin in hope. He falls into deep thought, occasionally murmuring a few words under his breath that I can't make out. His brow knit together. His brows knit tighter and tighter, until eventually he meets my eyes again with regret. Oh. I sincerely apologize, Master Rosenkreutz. I don't have the faintest clue. Oh. I'm more adept in the powers of communication with my light magic, but not so much in affecting the minds of others. The strongest feat I'm capable of is creating illusions, but I suppose it's not the same as mind controlling deviant magic. He hesitates, as if reconsidering his words, then continues after a small pause. At times, if my aptitudes are particularly strong, I can to a certain extent sense people's feelings. Oh, we have an empath in here! Okay, let's go. But even then, it's still quite far from controlling their thoughts and emotions. My face falls into disappointment and I can't hold back a sigh. Upon noticing my reaction, Serin apologized again. Oh, don't apologize, baby. He seems a bit bothered by the fact that he couldn't give me the answers I seek. A twinge of guilt rises from within me, and I offer him a reassuring smile. Please don't worry. It was a move out of desperation anyway. I'm well aware that deviant magic is an unusual class of its own, and is quite difficult to be understood. Thank you for humoring my questions, Your Highness. Please don't mention it. If only I were more useful, and could provide the information you desire. I'll continue trying and searching for other solutions. I'm sure I'll overcome the obstacle somehow. Well, I want to keep from the company of books further. I'll see you at our lesson soon. Saren gives a small bow, the gentle smile returning to his lips. I look forward to another fascinating class with you today. I take my leave, my mood much lower than when I arrived, but quickly suppress the discouraging thoughts plaguing me. I have stopped from distinguishing the voices. I know I used to do Saren's voice lower and Aurelius as well, but like my voice is not ready for that. I didn't do warm up before recording because I'm late to my own stream. Okay. No, I won't give up. I will figure out this truth serum and I won't rest until I do. Mood, let's go, MC, let's go. Okay, let's see. We can't make anything. Mm, bucket of water. Mm. Oh wait, we can, but like, we can't. It should be like lighted up if we can. Mm. Mm-hmm. What are our stats? I like this word. Cyan. Mm-hmm. 30, 28. Combat. Our intelligence is far high. We don't need to touch that in a while. Maybe etiquette? Etiquette. Etiquette? Charisma? Well, let's. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's add light magic since it got mentioned. Yeah. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. I blink through the cobwebs of sleep. Oh, that's a nice sentence. And stare at the glaring sunlight through the falling through the windows. See? Oh my god, imagine if we couldn't make the fucking truth serum. We just die. After days and nights of research, I've completed the formula to the truth serum. I should make it as soon as possible. Time is running out. Hey, do we make it? Ay, yeah. Fire, fire, water, light. Wait, where do I check that again? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fire. Oh my god. Oh no. Uh, Wait, what again? Fire, water is just what I remembered. Mm-hmm. How do we get this again? I forgot. Can synthesize a Nazir. Fire, water, light. Oh yeah, creation magic is fire and water. Mm, fire, the water, light. We should have enough. Hmm. Uh, uh, fire, fire, water. No, water then light. Yeah, but like whole a bit. Hmm. Mm. Manservant. Why can't we not create this? Why can't we not create this? Okay. Mm. Hmm. Sussy. Sussy. Hmm. Mm-hmm. I forgot to save before this. Did I? I don't remember. Mm-hmm. Despite having spent nearly 3 months in the palace, I still have to fight down the urge to leap to my feet and salute at the sound of his voice. Instead, I look up from the mess of alchemical diagrams and equations flooding over my desk and incline my head politely. Lord Marshal, good afternoon. Is it? Wow. No need to be like that. His eyes flicked briefly and indifferently at the mellowing sunshine outside the window before darting back to my face. I've come to ask whether you're ready to question the assassin yet. Prisoner, Garion. Corpse at the rate of his condition is decaying. How many times? Garion does not need to ask what I meant. 3. We won't be able to stop the fort. Is he having seizures? What happened? The third time he chipped off his canine tooth while eating his meal and tried to slam it into his eye. Yikes. Yeah, I forgot this game is like brutal and gruesome with their descriptions. They don't hold back. I wins. Too damn creative. Yikes. Our men barely managed to restrain him this time. We won't be so lucky next time. The men, they're getting tired too. Sick. Nerves all shot to bits. Can't blame them really, I suppose. I look more closely at Garion, startled by the sudden verboseness. His face is pale and lips pressed thinly together. His hands clutched tightly at the folded arms, knuckles white. Your nerves aren't in trim condition either, Lord Marshal, but I can't blame you, really. So, Master Rosenkreutz, need a couple weeks to brew your special truth serum? We've bought you those couple of weeks. Where is it? Ah, yeah. What do I do? Help! mm, 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 mm. Uh, how? It's not. Hmm. Wait. Fucking minute. Yeah, I have magic affinity to all. I don't need to raise my stats. So whose stats are we raising? Does everyone need? Oh my goodness. Hmm. I am confused. Does everyone need to? Well, I guess so, because like all princes are learning. Uh, should we progress? Or do I'd have to go back a few weeks. Shit. Cause like I started the run just focusing on their element, but if the game needs us to like have everyone do the elements, I don't know how far I'll have to go back. We'll just progress and see where it takes us. If it takes us to a bad end, then yikes. That's where we'll go then. oh, oh my god. But you must let me know when the serum is available to use. I will, Lord Marshal. And good day to you, Master Rosenkreutz. And to you. With a disappointed air, Garion turns his back on me and leaves the room. His tone just now sounded seriously worried, and Garion is not a man to worry lightly. Can I make it now? Oh my fucking god. Uh okay, so maybe we can go back a just 777, right? Mhm. We can do a bit of backtracking starting from uh here, I suppose. Mhm. Don't worry, we'll just skip for this real quick. Um we just need okay, so you need fire and water. Uh fire and water. You need light. Light. You have fire already, so you need this as well. Fire. You need water. You need light, and you need fire. Fire. Oh my god. Hi. Say hi to my cat again. She's back. Come here. Why must you always go in front? Come here. On my lap. No? Okay then. Okay, that should work. He has light and he has fire. He has water, so we need that. Okay. Uh, okay. I didn't check that. It went by too fast. Mm, can we? We cannot still. I think it did not make that enough. Serin. Serin is 7. The water needs a bit. And you. We need 1 water. Oh, shit. Okay, you need light. Yeah, you need light. Okay, you just need light. I think we can. Stop. Uh, do we have? Do we have it? I don't have it. Yeah. Okay, one more. We need to return to one more. So by that third turn, we have it. Okay. Um. Mhm. I think here. Here. Pretend to be still exhausted. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't think they'd do that. So you water. Need water and fire. Mm-hmm. And then you need water and light. You need light and fire. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, this should give me enough by the third round. because it eats up a turn. Okay, so fire. Shit. Yeah, one more turn should do it. I didn't change this. Fuck, I'm stupid. Oh, wait. He has enough light. I need fire again. Because one more water should do it if this becomes three. Wait. Oh, baby. Oh. And you should have enough. Okay. He just needs light. Okay, cool. You need one fire and I guess more light. Uh, mm-hmm. Let us see. Oh, wait. This turn, we should be able to make. No! Oh, there. Yes. He. Oh, that's cute. Oh, okay, goodness. That fucking scared me. Let us save somewhere here. Uh huh. Okay. Oh, wait. We already did it. Ah, nice. Okay, so. Oh, so it doesn't eat it. Okay. it's charisma. Mm hmm. Okay. Alright. Okay, this should be it, right? We already have it. Mm. You see, there's still a nice balance you have to do when doing the stat raising things. Hmm. You still need your brain. That's why it's nice. Hmm. Yay, let's go. I raised the flask of precious liquid from the epicenter of the diagrams and notes and equations that represent the weeks of intensive research I had poured into the problem. The moment of free time I snatched greedily from my routine, the sudden inspirations that struck as I settled down to bed, the meals barely eaten. All these and more I offered to Garion, held inside that innocuous little flask. I think we would have died if we didn't make it. Or at least we would have gotten a bad end. I feel it's too important to like let it pass. Though if it took more turns going back, I might have not done it. I wish I had more time to study its effects further, but precisely time was not on our side. Good, kept us waiting long enough, but at least you've done the job. Come with me then. The heavy iron doors of the dungeon swings inward with a ponderous groan. Under the flickering light of the torches, under the flickering light of the torches, I can make out, barely, the helmeted visages of four guards, standing straight and stiff as statues before their marshal. Wait here, Master Rosenkreutz. I'll administer the serum to the prisoner myself. It won't be a pretty sight. I nod. Oh, excuse me. Garion, where are the princess? You, and you. Oh, find the princess and bring them all here with haste. A matter of utmost urgency demands their presence. Yes, sir. The guards spring to life with surprising agility, trooping in a column out of the door and up the stairs that wind into the palace. Oh my goodness. Do not let the princess enter before I come out. Do not let the princess enter before I come out. Okay. I understand, Lord Marshal, and thank you. Garen looks at me for a second, expressionless. To my surprise, he claps a heavy paw on my shoulder, making me stagger. Equally suddenly, and without a word, he turns away and stops down to the lower of the cells. Hmm. Hi. What do you want? Hmm? You want attention. My cat is back for the third time. Hmm. Wait, I'll try to give her food. I think she's hungry. Come here. Come. Come here. Armin. she's not hungry. What do you want? What do you want, baby? What do you want? No, not the pop filter. Oh my goodness. Come on. Ow. All right. Okay. We're back. Within the span of a few minutes, the princes arrive one after another. Something makes me think they have all been waiting for precisely this summons. Even Nazir, who is usually impossible to find, trips in merely half a minute after his brothers, carrying with him a determinedly non- nonchalant air. Blue. Oh my god. Nice day for an interrogation, fellows. Or an execution. It will be neither. It shall be a willing confession of the truth, and nothing but the truth. God, I hope so. Um, so you've finished making the truth, sir, Master Rosenkreutz? So I have. And I assume Garin is making the prisoner. I nod. Even as we speak, he does not want to be interrupted until he has finished the task. The puppet master will make him vomit it out. Yes, but to force the prisoner to take it, there are ways and means, none of which would be too pretty to watch, I must admit. Aurelius narrows his eyes. He opens his mouth, pauses, shrugs, and glances away, all in the space of a single breath. That isn't a nice description. Ways and means, eh? Ways and means. The truth serum also lessens the hold of the mind magic on its victims, because I'm a genius. So once the initial struggle of forcing the prisoner to ingest is overcome, the subsequent going should be easier and less unpleasant. Even as I say this, I hear the cell door banging, then the loud thumps of many boots stomping across the stone paved floor, followed by the scratchy sound of something, or someone being dragged along the floor. Silence falls over the room. Carry him in now, carefully. Oh yeah, what is that sound? Half turned towards us, Garen directs two ashen-faced guards to deposit the burden they are carrying between them onto the single hard stone bench. Single hard stone bench set against the wall. He put up quite a fight at first, or the devil inside me did. The words that issued from his throat, his broken shell that had been the lethal killer of men, makes the hair on my neck tingle. Sorry. Its unnatural rasp somehow suggests an unspeakable, unbearable terror, same as the twin points of the glittering madness in the hollows of his sunken eyes. The devil made me do it, eh? Oh, I heard that one allotted court back in Spellor. Usually after defendant had one too many drinks. Fool, you do not know what you speak. A mocking grin accompanies his words. I motion at Nazir to be quiet, and turn to address the prisoner. What is your name? Interesting choice of word. Cain. My lips twitch. What was the name you were given at birth? The prisoner's lips twist, and when he opens his mouth again, each word sounds like they were wrenched out of him. Halder. Halder Dalman. I nod at Garion, but one of his guards is already scribbling down the interrogation. And your age? 31. Good. We might be able to track him down in the census. Having gotten the preliminaries out of the way, there are a few questions I must put to you. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can ask all of these. Good. Just saving just in case. I'm a bit paranoid when it comes to these things. Are you able to contact your employer? No longer. He was always the one to contact me, and he knows I have been captured. That is why even now. The prisoner swallows. Even now, I hear the worm inside my brain. It twists and slithers, and it demands one more death. His own death. Drawing a shuddered breath, the prisoner falls silent. Were you placed? Were you placed under a mind control spell? The prisoner makes a bitter choking sound that took me a few seconds to realize was laughter. I am. Rot him, damn that evil underhanded swine. You mean to say being under a mind control spell was not part of your contract? Of course not! What is it to stop him from simply ordering us to kill ourselves once the work is finished and the payment is due? And your men? They did not know as well? They did not until it was too late. But I did. I did. Right from the start. It was part of the deal. It was to make them easier to control. But I was supposed to be the exception from the deal. A note of whining complaint entered the prisoner's voice. From the corner of my eye, I see Serin fold his arms and Nazir silently shaking his head. They trusted you, and you trusted him. Yes, more fool them and more fool me. Do you know how he placed you and your men under his mental domination? Oh, this word always trips me up. I knew nothing, saw nothing, sensed nothing. So much for that. What will I ask next? Who do you serve? I do not know. I spent a fortnight brewing the truth serum for this? You must have some idea. Tell us everything you know. The muscles on the prisoner's face contorts. It looks it looks almost as if there are two minds inside of the head, each fighting the other for control. Finally, with a horrible spasm, the prisoner spits out his words through gritted teeth. They amount to little. I have never met the master, nor have I seen his face. How long have you served under him? 3 or 4 years. And you tell me that if you met him entirely by chance on the street, stop adding random H's there, you would not recognize him. No, I might, if I heard him speak a little, for I know his voice. But by sight alone, he would be as much a stranger as, he would be as much of a stranger to me as he is to you. I don't suppose he told you his name either. Of course not. He's the master, and so we call him. So, you said you've heard his voice. Naturally. Male or female? The prisoner, well, it's a good shot in the dark. The prisoner shoots Aurelius a baleful glance. Male. Certainly male. So much for that. What will I ask next? We've asked everything. I have no more questions. All right? There's something more I ought to ask. That night, he said, I never thought a Rosenkreutz putting magic chains on someone else. Perhaps he knows about the oath and the Rosenkreutz, then his master must be aware too. The High Council has worked hard for centuries to keep this a secret, but everyone is prone to making mistakes. This is a matter of utmost importance. I must divert everyone's attention so I can question him alone. What will I? Ooga! Ugh. Dead. Though bound, shackled, and chained, the prisoner writhes about in a series of jerky, unwholesome movements. Lord Marshal! Seize him. What happened? Did he kill himself? Two guards dashed past me to pin the prisoner by the shoulders on the wall. He emits a shrill and bone-chilling giggle and throws back his head. His mouth opens wide and lips peel back, showing his teeth neat and white in a row. He's going to bite his tongue. Not on let him watch. Wow. Yeah, they don't spare the details. They just like slam the fucking fist in the mouth. Oh, it's getting cold. Wow, my nose is getting runny. Oh my goodness. Mhm. Hmm. One of the guards jams his fist into the prisoner's mouth just as it opens, wincing slightly when the teeth clamp down hard on the leather of his gauntlet. The other extracts a length of cloth, which he forces into the prisoner's mouth. So soon? He drank the serum not an hour ago. That gives you an idea what we had to deal with for the last 2 weeks. Jolly unnerving. Thank you, Nazir. Well, what do we do with him? He can't tell us anything more. That's not what I meant. Nazir, we understand what you meant, but there are concerns that are much more pressing to us. Like the nature of the mind controller's power. A true deviant, then. There is no doubt about it. The power to dominate minds does not come from any of the 6 established elements of magic. Not to mention, he managed to use his power without his victim's notice. But I know nothing else of this matter. I am an alchemist. Perhaps if we request a mage from the High Council, it might take too long, even if we suppose he survives the ambush. What interests me is the nature of the deviant magic. It is constrained. It has to be, or he could have used it on me, on you, even on the Rosenkreutz. instead of mucking about with that scum there. Mind your language, Aurelius. But the prince speaks the truth. I have wondered that myself. Sight doesn't seem to be involved, but the sound of his voice perhaps. Fruitless speculation, unless we find more evidence by an investigation. Have you all forgotten something? What is it, Nazir? Oh, nothing particular significant, just a human life. Why don't we cut a deal with him? How? Nazir turns to the prisoner, who has clearly been listening to our discussion. Look here, old thing. You must have people you care about. A wife, children. Slowly, almost painfully, the prisoner nods. Help us then. Do everything you can to help us track down this master of yours, and we'll do everything we can to protect you from him. We grant you a pardon. We can fake your execution. We can. Nazir, think with your head, not with your heart. As long as he draws breath, his master will know he lives. He is a prisoner. Aurelius stares at Halter for a heartbeat, his expression impossible to read. Are you still under your master's control? A nod. Will you try to commit suicide the moment you can? Another nod. And if you somehow free yourself from your physical restraints, will you try to kill everyone in this room? Grimly, the prisoner nods one more time. You see, we have no way to tell what extent the deviant has seized control of your mind. He is not only a criminal, but worse, a dangerous and unpredictable element in our midst. I don't believe we should even discuss our plans in front of him. What if his master is listening through him? Aurelius is right. Guards, take him away. At Garion's nod, the guards seize the unresisting prisoner and drag him to the direction of his cell. I don't know if I'm sounding worse as the stream goes on, but yeah. Nazir, that man is a murderer. And for all we know, a regicide. His life is surely forfeit, whether at the hands of the master or by the arm of the law. As this kingdom's princess, we do have royal grace to pardon. Oh god, they're fighting. They're fighting. Pardon, Nazir? That man might have been one of those who killed father. You're just afraid he'll try to kill you. Not even because he wants to, it's because he's made to. Nazir, the thought of death frightens many, but Aurelius taps his chin thoughtfully. For others, evidently, the thought of death elates. Your Highness, if you would make your meaning clear. It's perfectly obvious, Garion. I meant the deviant that controls that assassin. At this moment, there is one death he desires above all others. You want to use the prisoner as bait for the mind controller. Precisely. This isn't a game of chess, Aurelius, and the prisoner is not a sacrificial pawn. We should keep him safe, hidden and closely. Oh god, am I gonna have to break the stalemate again? Oh no! We should keep him safe, hidden and closely guarded while we make our next plans based on what he told us. Safe, hidden, and closely guarded. Yes, this way. If we discover any new leads, we can wheel him out to question him again. My dear brother, I don't mean to spite you, but have you thought about but have you thought about what you will say to the nobility living in the palace? That. What is there to say? Whether this assassin is truly one of his own volition, we don't know. For all I care, he might be a victim that was forced into mind control. What's wrong with wanting to help him? Not wrong, but perhaps naive. The night they attacked, not many were implicated, but a noble family got harmed, albeit not severe. They didn't raise any issue until now because we told them we're questioning the prisoner. So the moment they know there's no information to get from him, they'll want him dead? Personally, I do not care about the nobility and the Regency Council think about my decisions. However, his eyes briefly flickered to Serin before turning to Garion. Garion, Each of your highness's plans have much to commend to them. I personally believe caution is your best strategy. But what does the royal I knew it! But what does the royal tutor suggest? None. I do not want to think. I do not have brain. Yeah. You know what? Ooh, I don't know if I want to play according to my own action. Because obviously, one of these decisions, like, lean towards one of the love interests. And personally, I'd go with Aurelius's plan. Oh my goodness. It's like the most, whatchamacallit, uh, logical, I suppose. It's the most logical and, like, it would solve a lot of problems. But that's not that Serin is not for that. Yo, guys, what do we do? Wait, let me save first. Mm-hmm. Cause like I feel like if the mastermind move forward. This one's Nazir. Use the prisoner to lure out the mastermind is Aurelius's and move forward with the current information is Serin's plan. Yo, chat, what do we do? Hmm. I'm crossing out Nazir's thing. I'm terribly not too empathetic towards the prisoner. I'm sorry. Hmm. Use the prisoner to lure out the mastermind. Move forward with the current information. I feel this one's leaving it too much to what could happen instead of actively taking action. So I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go with Aurelius, even though we're doing Serin's route. Will he hate us if we do this? I don't fucking know. Actually, you know what? No, let's do Saren's route because like I can still do the prisoner to lure out the mastermind once we do Aurelius's run. Yeah, sounds good. We saved right. Fuck. We've gotten all we need from the prisoner for the present. I also vote that we keep him in reserve. Very well. My men and I will do our best to hold him. Based on the leads that he has told us so far, we should be able to inquire on the defense assassins, on how the defense assassins had managed to infiltrate the palace. It is these leads that we should be investing our energy and resources in investigating. I find myself nodding in agreement as Saren speaks. And those investigations bear fruit. And once those investigations bear fruit, we can always drag the prisoner back out for another round of interrogation. It will help us piece together new information we discover. True. Not to mention this way, we get to avoid tipping the deviant off that we're onto his game either. With a bit of luck, he won't be the wiser once we found out that we had the prisoner today, which could give us an advantage. Fine. Oh, all right. I bow, as I must, before the will of the majority. Then that's settled. So, I clap my hand to draw everyone's attention. Now that we've decided what to do with the prisoner, we must plan our next move against the deviant and his assassins. Go on with your daily tasks and give me suggestions you come across. We're back to having class? Okay then. Uh and then we return to your next period as if nothing happened. As if an attempt on my life hasn't been made. Uh-huh. Okay. I should just do classes. What is our stats, ladies and gentlemen? No. Oh wait, I haven't gotten any deaths, which is surprising. We should stop on the intelligence. Combat and leadership is my combat. We'll do charisma next. Uh, I'll change this the next round. Hopefully that didn't. Most curious of all branches of magic is the magic of the deviant. Yes, so I've noticed. I sigh and flip over the page. Sunlight flows through the windows, flashing onto dust motes that dance and spin in my airy study. Oh, that's what it's called. Dust motes? I was like, flecks. Hee hee. Outside, a brilliant day of high summer beckons against a clear blue sky. I return to I resolutely turn resolutely. Oh my god! I resolutely turn my face away from the window and back to the book. In other words, deviants are unaligned to the six natural elements of magic, and instead possess a range of often unusual talents, such as divination, peering through the fog of time into what is to be, snatching glimpses of events that are not yet come to pass. There are those who told that deviants may erase or tamper with memories, implanting false remembrances in the place of true, making their victims lie with the sincerest vehemence of truth. Getting close, but not quite what I'm after. Another useless tome. I snap the book shut and dump it to the side of the table, already piled high in the with grimoires, scrolls, and parchments I had borrowed from the Eskian Royal Library. Deviants have attracted scholarly attention from mages, both in and outside the High Council. However, their rarity, combined with the intense secrecy born of the widespread hostility, has made knowledge of them mostly guesswork and hearsay. I was hoping the collection in the Royal Library here could supplement my readings in the library of the High Council, but unfortunately, I look at the immense pile of cluttering by my table, the accumulated labor of another wasted morning, and give my head a rueful shake. No luck so far, but with the stakes so high and rising higher, I cannot permit myself to give up. Perhaps tomorrow I might come across something interesting. A glance at the hourglass tells me it will soon be time for the morning lessons with the princess. A little glumly, I pack my teaching notes for the lesson and start making my way to my classroom. Making my way down, classroom, and eventfully, the lesson with the princess had finished uneventfully, and the remnants of the day went by in a humdrum, drowsy daze. Ah, that is nice. I'm on my way back to my study to conduct more research on the origins and users of deviant magic when someone grabs me from behind by the elbow. Yikes! Hey, have some manners, fam. You like cancel me over not having etiquette and you just like fucking drag someone through the hallway? Jeez. I spin around and see Prince Aurelius, his mouth set in a grim line. I have bad news. Oh dear. The four words make my heart freeze, especially from him. The prisoner. What else? Half an hour ago, two men disguised as palace guards infiltrated the dungeon and murdered the two wardens there. They either killed the prisoner or helped him commit suicide. I don't suppose we managed to catch these assassins alive. Of course not. They splashed acid on their faces before the guards could reach them. You made them use acid? Yes, their faces are burned out of all recognition. For a while, the sickening suggestion of that gruesome scene captures my thoughts. I notice Aurelius looking at me significantly. His usual cool and detached expression etches me upon the marble pallor of his face. In this crisis, in any crisis, he expects me to think. A thought nudges at the back of my mind. It's not just sadism, is it? His choice of acid. That's what I thought. If their corpses were whole, someone in the palace would have recognized them. As it is, no one will ever be able to tell. What does that mean? I don't know. Our traitor and the mastermind do not want the assassins to be identified. Unfortunately, they have succeeded. We have not sufficient evidence to guess their motive or trace who might be involved in the operation. And now the best asset we have is gone. Yes. Aurelius looks like he's about to add something, but stops himself. Don't be too hard on yourself. We'll catch him. Thanks for that. Thank you for not ending in a totally bad note, I guess. Before I can make my any before I can make any reply, he has already turned away, striding down the corridor with his cold, imperious air. Sag. What do we do? Mm-hmm. 32 combat and uh combat etiquette and I suppose leadership. Mm-hmm. Combat etiquette. Mm, mm, mm. Just in case we need to do that again. My mouth dries fast. Can you hear how raspy my voice is now? Ooh, that is a motorcycle. Gah. A few minutes more and then we'll end the stream. Let's just find a nice spot to stop. Ooh, because it's getting late. And so uneventful week passed by. With the prisoner dead, it seems like our only lead is gone. Even though the inactivity is killing me, as I don't like to be on the passive side, I have no idea what I can do. Sighing, I close my eyes. Do I really have no choice but to wait until the mastermind strikes again? That is terrifying to think about. Hmm. I don't remember if I saved last time. Probably not. Hee hee. Well, I can check here. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. 3441. Okay, that's enough. More leadership. That's enough combat. 34. More etiquette, I suppose. Mm-hmm. Etiquette leadership. How's my charisma? It's 38. It's fine. Okay. Mm-hmm. That would be everything for today, Master Rosencreutz. Thank you, Raphael. Just as he is about to leave the room, Raphael hesitates and turns back once more. Actually, there is another thing. His brows briefly press into a firm frown, and I notice the concern in his eyes. What could this possibly be? Oh, I haven't in a while anyway. The Lord Regent wanted me to inform you that there is no need to undertake any missions for the time being. He's very concerned about you, since you've been pushing yourself too hard this past few weeks. But Raphael shakes his head, giving no leeway for discussion, and the protest dies in my throat. I see. Please give him my thanks, Raphael. He nods, and in the next second he's out of the room. Sigh. Okay. I appreciate the Lord Regent's concern. I really do. However, this feels depressingly like I got my work taken away from me because of my incompetence. Leaning back on my chair, I look out the window, bright with sunlight. A clutter of documents makes my desk splotchy patches of dark mahogany and paper white. Being mired in this disgraceful mess, physically my workplace and mentally my thoughts, is absolutely unlike me. And yet, the assassinations, the killings, the gruesome suicides, the bloody skirmish within the palace, the recent deaths weigh heavily on my mind. Just who is the conductor behind the sinister orchestra of murder? What is their motive? And above all, how can they be stopped? I have failed dismally to find answers behind these questions. Always, the deviant is one step ahead of me. I actually have no clue. I have no idea who could this be. I have my thoughts on it, but like they're absolutely I have no grounds for anything. I'm just like pointing fingers. One may fall, but he should fall by himself. I forgot my pronouns. Instead, though, the failure is mine. Others are suffering its consequence, many of them painfully and fatally. And I can only stand by and watch, unable to do anything. I feel so helpless. This isn't working. Perhaps a stroll will do me some good. A breath of fresh air will clear my head. Oh. Mm-hmm. Realizing the importance of calming myself for what might be a long battle ahead, I make the decision to drop by the library. Of course you are. You're a Serin simp. Maybe I can pick up a riveting book or two that will draw me in enough to take my mind off these matters for a little while. I stroll down the aisles between the shelves, letting my fingers brush across the spines of the books as I pass. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a flash of color, and I turn to find Prince Serin standing in front of. A shelf. Finally, some romance, actually. I usually complain when there's too much romance. Now I'm just like craving for it. Where is it? Where is it? Most curiously, I discovered that his gaze seems to be directed towards the pillar next to the shelf rather than the books. Okay. Tilting my head, I peer into the same direction as he does, but I find nothing of interest on these pillars. Yet Serin stays frozen in his position. If not for the occasional fluttering of his eyelids, I could easily mistake him for an extraordinarily realistic statue of the Crown Prince. Concern begins to well up inside me. He has gone off. I approach him slowly, but Serin does not react to the sound of my footsteps against the marble floor. Ooh, that is my cat. I apologize. Echoing in this spacious chamber. The closer I draw to him, the clearer I can see the expression in his face, which is one that can only be described as troubled. I watched him for a moment longer, and I finally break the eerie silence. Oh, that's so smooth. Would you care to share these thoughts of yours that have you so absorbed in it? My voice apparently succeeds in pulling Saren out of his thoughts, and his gaze shifts to focus on my face instead. A small, rueful smile touches his lips, and he shakes his head. I'm afraid it's nothing worthy of your interest. I do apologize for not noticing your presence, Master Rosenkreutz. There is nothing to apologize for. I don't mean to pry, but I couldn't help notice that you look a little bit distressed right now. Could I be of help in any way? At the very least, I could lend a listening ear if you'd like. Silence hangs between us for a few long moments. Just when I thought Saren would offer a polite rejection, he lets out a sigh, his eyes growing dimmer than usual. I was thinking about the captured assassin. Master Rosenkreutz, do you think I made the wrong decision? Choice. Blah, blah, blah. Should have made more of an effort to save the assassin from the mind controlling magician. That's from the magic controlling his mind. So it was this. Considering I was the one to make the final call to take the course of action suggested by Serin, I would have thought my opinion in this matter is fairly obvious. But I suppose Serin is still bothered by his decision to go against his brother's wishes of helping the assassin. Finally, it's time to fuck up my heart. I reassure him that I understand his decision. I understand your decision, Your Highness. I would have come to the same conclusion as you did, and in fact, I did agree with your arrangement in the end. I believe you should. You should. Wow. Oh, I thought I was like, I believe you should regret the choice you made. I don't believe that. Saren's lips curve slightly, but the smile doesn't quite reach his eyes. It relieves me to hear that you understand my choice. However, Nazir seems to disagree with my approach. I cannot help but wonder if I've erred in judgment and failed one of my people. You are the future king, Your Highness. It is your duty to consider your people, all your people, and not just one. Prince Nazir was kind to wish to help the assassin, but the truth is that it is not always wise nor possible to help every individual in need. Oh my god, I'm stressing on every single syllable that does not need to be stressed on. Mm. As noble as these intentions may be, this kind of mentality can be a tad too idealistic, or even dangerous. I believe Prince Nazir understands as well. He might have been slightly emotional at the time, but I'm sure that once he sits down and contemplates the situation again, he will come to accept your decision, even if he disagrees. Siren appears to mull over my words, and a few moments later, a more genuine smile spreads across his face, eliciting the same response from me. I very much hope you're correct. Thank you for listening to me, Cal. It was my pleasure. I think I should thank you for trusting me with such private thoughts. I appreciate your reassurances and efforts to cheer me up, even though my worries are nothing compared to yours when you're the one targeted by this unknown mastermind. Saren's face softens further. I forgot I'm the one targeted by the fucking thing. Yeah, I am the one targeted. Serin's face softens further, and for some reason, I can feel a flush rising to my cheeks under his attentive gaze. How are you feeling about the situation? Is there anything I could do for you in return? I'm faring well enough, I suppose. I'm trying to stay preoccupied so that I won't be consumed by my thoughts. A solid plan, I must say, and one that I should have adopted so that you wouldn't have to find me with my head in the clouds earlier. Is that why you are here? Are you in search of a good book? Indeed. Would you happen to have anything to recommend, Your Highness? Serin's smile widens, and he lifts a finger, signaling for me to wait. Book Rex! My love language, let's go. In fact, I have just a perfect suggestion. Please give me a moment. I'm sure the novel is here somewhere when I replaced it last time after I finished it. Seren soon manages to locate the novel. Also, God, the music is lovely, which I admitted, which I admitted barely glanced at, as I was more taken with our conversation and our mutual love for reading as we make out of our way to the library. Oh, as Seren and I are heading different parts of the castle, we eventually part ways. Yet that smile that has been present on my face ever since I encountered him in the library lingers long after I return to my room. Eee, we're finally going there. Eee, mommy. Ah, oh, my nose is clogged. The stroll, the fresh air, and the unexpected chat with Saren had indeed done me a lot of good. The choices I had made, that we had made, perhaps some of them were for the best. Certainly there are others that weren't. In either case, it is too late to agonize over them now. I might not I might not have been able to protect everyone I wanted from the machinations of the deviant, but what is important is that the princess and I have survived so far. The princes have not just survived, they are growing, maturing, forged and tempered by the events as iron must be forged and tempered by the fire to turn into steel. And I think I am growing too. Whatever happens, I shall do my best by them, guarding vigilantly against the next attack. As long as I don't lose my spirit, it will be our turn to strike. Yee. Achievement unlocked. What did I unlock? Interesting. Can I see? Oh no, I think it's at the end. We have a few more characters to unlock. That's interesting. We. Oh, I have a thing for the Aurelius as well. Hee. Oh, bruh, you can view it here. Okay, so he's more in the really charisma and beauty aspect. I mean, oh no, beauty and charisma. Interesting. Oh wait, I think that this is from the missions. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I am 18. Oh, we should save. This is a good place to stop, but let's reach the 2 hour mark. It would be a shame to just like stop here. Also, I like where it's going. Maybe we can get a bit more romance. We've been having drama the whole stream. 46, 71, 41. Uh, combat. Okay. Combat and leadership, maybe. Uh, mm-hmm. Does not have. Maybe let's bring up the zeros that they have so nothing falls behind. Mm-hmm. Wind. Okay. Okay. So we don't have to backtrack as much. Mm-hmm. Carefully, I close and lock my study's door behind me as I run through the list of required materials. What are we doing? The servant's request was nothing noteworthy, save for a number of steps. I suppose it would be best to reread the recipe. Oh. Aurelius, so hear me out. Prince Nazir's voice echoes throughout the corridor. I stop for a moment and wonder if he might need help. Well, I suppose the task at hand can wait for a little while. Belle begged me a chance to meet you, and rounding the corner, I stumble upon a bizarre scene. Oh, them. Ye. Lady Ishbel and Nazir, each hefting a rather large basket, are trapping Prince Aurelius in a small alcove where he has apparently been sitting for some time. The stern prince, having set his thumb in a book to mark his place, notes my arrival with what I assume to be the barest hint of relief. Okay. Oh, he's apologizing for last time. Okay. So, please forgive me, Your Highness, for last time. She stops when she notices Prince Aurelius' attention on me. Both she and Nazir turn and his eyes brighten with recognition. My dear Cal, Master Rosenkreutz, good afternoon, Your Highness, Lady Ishbel. I give a slight bow, to which Lady Ishbel clumsily replies with a curtsy because of her large basket. I heard a commotion and wanted to investigate where the fuck did Aurelius go? Did he just like slip? Do you hear that bell? We made a commotion. Mm-hmm. Prince Nazir laughs and Lady Ishbel giggles. I can't help but smile, infected by by their delights, and I gesture towards their baskets. Where might you be headed? Both glance at the containers as though as they had forgotten them. Oh yes, we plan on oh my goodness. Oh yes, we plan on distributing food at the poorest quarters. The initiative is Belle's, of course. She's a true paragon of virtue. Lady Ishbel blushes deeply, lowering her great gaze. Even still, I can tell she enjoys the flattery. I glance at Prince Nazir, wondering how she managed to rope him into such things. Is this true? A reflection of how Yudi's. Do I read this in German or do I read this in normal? Oids? Huh, in German, it would be oids. Yudi's? Yuds? Oids. I'll read it in German for consistency. A reflection in House of House a reflection of House Oid's truly generous spirit. Nazir laughs. Oh, the rations are ours. She convinced me to open the royal coffers. Pfft, okay. Mm-hmm. Prince Nazir is so generous. My father, we. She lowers her head again, as if ashamed, but it's brief. I'm afraid we're not I'm afraid we're not a wealthy house. But ever since I was elevated to my current status, I have tried not to forget where I came from. Elevated? I wasn't always Lady Ishbel, you see. My mother, she was too ashamed to tell anyone, really. Oh, she flounders, but even with all the pieces in place, it's easy to piece together. An affair or a youthful dalliance. There are many reasons for children to be born out of wedlock. I see. I offer another smile to show him I am without judgment. Prince Nazir regards me appreciatively. Encouraged, Lady Ishbel speaks up again. I notice how tightly she holds the basket handle, but whether from excitement or for fear, I cannot tell. I grew up very poor, Master Rosenkreutz. I know the uncertainty of whether one will eat or starve all too well. When I told Prince Nazir I wished to share the bounty bestowed upon me after my father took me in, she looks at him with genuine gratitude. Nazir attempts to resist preening and promptly fails. He even offered to accompany me. Isn't he generous? I nod with understanding. In a way, I finally understand why Nazir seems to be such good friends with her. The way they care for common folk is the same. Birds of the same feather flock together, after all. Indeed, in that case, I wish you two a good time in town. Thank you. M- maybe you would care to join us, Master Rosenkreutz. Me? Ah, splendid idea, I'd say. Come, let us do charity work together. The last time you asked me to go with you, I got spotted by Raphael. Bro. With baskets in hand, Lady Isabel looks eager and hopeful. Nazir shares her indulgent smile. Boo. Lamau. I glance at Prince Aurelius, who, behind her backs, allows a small smirk to graze his features. Did he want to rope him into this? Am I now taking his place? Oh no. Mm. I would like to, but like that would be for Nazir's route. Let's pass for a bit. I'm afraid I have other commitments. The prince pounds. Oh, and Lady Ishbel's shoulders sag. I almost feel bad for them. But I wish you two the best of luck. Well, well, we all have our own responsibilities. The except for me remains unspoken. Nazir chuckles, too good natured to be let down by my rejection. Sometimes you remind me of my younger brother here. Prince. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The age. Middle child. That's why you're like this. Okay. Prince Aurelius doesn't look up from his book and instead delicately turns the page. It's almost as if he isn't being talked at all. Always studying, always working. Oh well. Belle, shall we? Mm-hmm. The two take their leave and I watch as they depart, merrily chatting all the way. Smiling, I return to my task. What is my task? Oh yeah. Okay, I remember to. Oh hey. Letter time. And so, father, I only write this letter because I wish for you to know that I am faring well, and that I have not met any new obstacles in some time. Jinxed it. Knock knock. I push the parchment aside and look up from my desk. Come in. Hello, Raffy. The door opens and Raphael enters. A kind smile crosses his lips when he noticed the cluttered books and materials on my table. Feeling slightly self conscious about the mess, I began tidying up while we converse. Oh my goodness, excuse me. That was a burp. I wasn't expecting that. My apologies, Master Rosenkreutz. I hope I'm not interrupting something important. Not at all. I was simply writing a letter. Is something the matter? I was hoping to bring a matter of great importance to your attention. Oh, whoa. Although I understand that you may be still exhausted from all the incidents these past few weeks. If that's the case, please say so, then I can leave you be. Lately, I've been feeling better than ever, but thank you for your concern, Raphael. I'm better off focusing on work instead of worrying anyway. Raphael's expression softens, and he gives an appreciative nod. I'm glad to hear it. Recently, we received special requests, all addressed to you, Master. Hmm? What the Word of talent in your alchemy and enchanting have reached the noble's representative. Hmm. She would like to request an item from you. The noble's representative? That's new. Yes, although it is somewhat informal. I see. What kind of item is she asking of me? Enchanted cloth. Cloth? Yes, Master Rosenkreutz. The fuck? Okay. Oh, wowie. Lady Serdwin of House of... No, these names. Lady Serdwin of House of Natharia. Nathyra? Nathyra? Nathyra needs it for a new ball dress. The prettier the better, it says. Should I have expected anything else from a noble? One part of me wants to laugh, another one wants to burst into tears. I suppose I can do that. As if reading my mind, Raphael shoots me a sympathetic smile and gives me another appreciative nod. I can't help but smile back. Thank you, Master Rosenkreutz. This request is due in 2 weeks. Okay. 2 turns then. So please get to it as soon as you can. Of course. However, you said there were a few requests. Am I to make enchanted wine for the next ball as well? An amused chuckle escapes Raphael's lips, and he slowly shakes his head. No, nothing like that. The Merchants Guild selected a new representative last week. They want to commission a ghost bell from you as a gift. My eyes widen ever so slightly. I didn't think anyone in Eskia had heard of that item. At the very least, Raphael confirms my thoughts. I'm afraid I have no idea what that is. It won't be a problem. I know its use and I can easily make one. I'm happy to hear that. They asked for the item to be ready in 5 weeks. Ooh, guys, remind me. Because we're doing that in the next stream. I'll keep track of the request for you and give. Oh, thank you, Raphael. Guys, you don't need to. Raphael is doing it for us. I'll keep track of the request for you and give you reminders when they're due. Please keep in mind that more requests will be coming from now on. Although you should try to fulfill as many of them as possible, be mindful that you can't do every single one. Thank you for the reminder. Only focus on the requests you think are important. Be sure not to let them get in the way of your health either. I have health. Oh, as in general. Yeah, guys, that's how I take care of myself. Like health? The fuck is that? So I should try my best, but always remember that I can possibly please everyone. Exactly. I understand. Thank you, Raphael. E. E. That's what those are for. Okay, let's just check this real quick and then I'm gonna end stream. What? Okay. Okay. Week 21, week 24. Ooga. Oh, I can do the enchanted cloth. What else do we need? The fucking bell. We need light and we need darkness. From who? Oh, from everyone. Ay, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, these are canceled. Canceled. Okay, we will save. Oh my goodness, we're running out of save slots. Dear me. Okay, so we're ending it at that. Thank you everyone to thank you everyone to what do you call? Okay, wait, my brain's fried. Thank you everyone who stayed by the stream and to those who will watch the VOD, whether on Twitch or on YouTube. I hope this was entertaining and less weird than the test stream, which I have noticed had loud desktop audio. I hope this one isn't as loud. We didn't run into any difficulties technical wise this one, so like I'm fairly pleased with that. Um, so yeah. Um, oh, I am going. It is 12 a.m. Bye bye. Oh yeah, we'll continue this next week. I'm just gonna have to like schedule it. Oh wait, one more thing. Tomorrow I'll be on Ilana's stream. We are playing Duck Duck Goose. I am not streaming though because the Mac version of Duck Duck Goose won't fucking open. Yeah, so I'm playing it on mobile. But yeah. I think which of my VTuber friends will be there? Oh, Ace and Yuki will be there as well. So you can watch it from either Alana's stream, Ace's stream. Oh wait. Yeah, I know two of them are streaming it. I'm not sure if Yuki is streaming it. But anyways, the main point, I'll be there. And I'll see you there tomorrow. Thank you for joining me in this lovely Serin run and hope we get more romance in the next whenever this is. Yeah. See you guys. Bye.